Carl, we'll start off with some questions from the fans as normal. The first one's from Standoffish. It says, Carl, in my view, the most interesting sides we have ever had were ones including a few overseas players. You yourself, along with Tony Kemp and Terry Hermanson, were the first wave when I first became a Don supporter. There have been others, but not recently. We now seem to be casting our net further afield. Personally, I welcome this. Is this just a conscious decision, or is it just a coincidence?
Well, he's got it a little bit wrong there, because the first wave was myself, Kempy, and Andrew Vincent, who's on the coaching staff now. So Standoffish, come on, you're normally sharper than that. Terry Hermanson came after Andrew. You'd pull me up on something like that. So there you go. I'll get back at you on that one. But no, listen, it's back in the day it was a lot easier to bring overseas players over, and there weren't very many. There was only a few of us, and it was a bit of a novelty in them days. Well, we all know now that clubs are filled with them, but it's getting harder and harder with the UKBA to bring players over. They have to be a certain standard, or they have to play a certain amount of NRL games. But the ones we're getting, they've got ancestry visas and stuff like that. Jason Tarley, for us, he's a current international, so he comes from a Tier 5 country. So these are the international sides who are developing nations. So they're a little bit easier to get in, and the criteria is not so hard. So it's not a coincidence, if we could have them. Affordability is one thing, and then attracting that player and being able to give them the package they want was difficult for us over these last few years. But as you can see, the trend's changing, and with the current board and current owners, there's funds there to bring these blokes over.
Charles Wheatley's asked, what will the size of the first team squad be, and how many players are there left to register for us, or is the remainder of the squad being made up of loan signings from Hull FC?
Oh, it's probably more for Gary, a question for Gary, but with my talks with him, I think we'll be looking around 25, 30, around that area, and then also we've got the luxury of the Hull FC players, which we're looking at maybe bringing a couple on a season-long loan, and then we've got the dual reg as well. We've got the 23s at Hull as well. So it's the squad size is up to Gary, but people got to understand we've only got one team here, so it's unfair to have a real big squad and keep players sitting on the sidelines every week. So it's up to them boys to manage. The coaching staff will deal with that, and but I would say it would be a minimum of 25.
Barry said that a couple of fans have queried. It states on the fans committee meeting minutes that Liam Wellham had already signed, but it shows on the latest list in the Free Press that he hasn't. Please, could you clarify this?
Yeah. Liam Wellham will be at the club next year for sure. We've never said he won't be at the club, but as and when we make signings, we'll make the signings as and when we see fit. People might see why we haven't named Liam as signed just yet. But what we said was Liam would be at the club. There might be a surprise coming with Liam, so we'll just leave it there. But I will confirm to everyone out there that Liam Wellham will be a Doncaster Rugby League player next year, and we've never said any different.
And finally, one from Rob Clayton. It says, could you ask the club if they'll be doing any deals for supporters when we play Toulouse away? Is there any chance of a shared chartered flight from Robin Hood Airport?
Well, we wouldn't have a clue how much that would cost to charter a flight. Regards to Toulouse, when we went there before, when we were in charge of the club, we had a company in Leeds who dealt with all that, and I've already been in touch with them. They'll put some sort of a package together along with Andrew Whittam, the commercial manager, and then what he decides which way to go with that regarding the supporters. The players and all that are taken care of through the RFL. So we'll probably be told where we're getting on a plane and where we're getting off the plane and what time. So ideally, we'd all like to try and go together. So I think the RFL might use travel leads as well. So just watch your space. We've got some time up our sleeve, and obviously with the fixtures only coming out on Monday, we know nice and early. So we're not going till June. So there's things we can do. So the answer probably is yes. We will do something. Maybe have a look yourselves as well, because you might be able to steal a package or find a good package deal yourselves. Because we'd love to see as many out there as possible, and with it being a Saturday game, you can make a weekend of it.
You just touched upon there that the fixtures have been released. What do you make of them? Quite a few good home sides down here at the Keepmoat Stadium.
Oh, real tough start. We make no bones about we've been relegated. We make no bones about how hard this league's going to be. We know it. We played North Wales Crusaders last year as a championship club, and we got thumped. So we understand how tough it's going to be. If you look at the fixture list, the first 6 or 7 fixtures are real hard. Going to be really physical, competitive games. So the draw's been okay early doors with that. We've got some of the bigger names here at the Keepmoat, which is we're very lucky. But you need to keep the momentum going for the full season. So it's going to be a real tough one. We know that. We had our first players meeting last night, and I was really impressed with Gary and his coaching staff and the presentation that they put across to the players. It was very professional, and everything up on the screen for everyone to see, and what we expect of them, and the attitudes and the training sessions and the nutrition, and I was really impressed with what I seen last night, and I'm pretty sure the players all were as well, and they they looks like they're going to buy into the Gary's way of thinking, and I can't wait to see them in training and see them playing. So they were all excited last night, I could tell.
The format of the league next season has also changed, and there's going to be a Super 8 competition like in the Championship, like in the Super League. It's going to be a first and second playoff to get promoted back to the Championship, and then the team who loses that is going to go into the playoff system. It's going to be, you're going to need a lot of momentum at that back end of the season, I'm sure Gary will be saying to the squad. Well,
listen, we've got a coach who knows that and knows that well. This coach we've got here, Gary Thornton, he won the league in the Championship one, and never got promoted. So he's got experience of what happens at the back. So I'm pretty sure he'll execute a plan to make sure that we're pretty strong when we need to be. But like I say, he's experienced at this level, and his experience of winning the league, which at the end of the day meant nothing. It's all about getting promoted, and I think Gary touched on that last night in his presentation to the players, that he's got some experience of where you need to be and when you need to be.
Is there a lot of excitement now? It seems, with the fixtures being released, it seems that everything's happened pretty fast, and the transition to next season, it's just around the corner.
Oh, it's definitely some excitement. There's a nice little steady flow of season tickets every week, going out, and when we sign these players, there's season tickets going. Jackie's got a good number of shirts ordered already this year. Maybe now they know Liam's staying. He's a crowd favourite here. Maybe some more. Maybe some more when they find out the surprise coming with him. Who knows? But it's all gearing up well, and the Kiwis are over here at the moment. Looking forward to seeing them play England in the next 3 tests. You know, we've got the event for Sean Long on the second one on the 7th of November. Where hopefully I'll be able to give the boys a bit of stick there. But you know, if we're serious about this series after this Rugby Union World Cup, the England sides can make some massive gains for all of us. So hopefully they do that. You know, and make it 1-1 at the start, and then play on the last one to make it good. But it's going to be great, and the New Zealand side has left a lot of bodies at home, so they're right for the picking. But when I say that, as we always do, these New Zealand and Australian teams, they bring some players over that nobody's heard of, and by the time they leave, everybody knows who these players are. So they're notoriously well at doing that. They're very good at doing that. So we may think they've come over with a weakened squad and take a little bit of a false sense out of that, and then we go to watch the game and we go, wow, who's that? So there's potential for that to happen too. So I wouldn't write the Kiwis off, you know, by any stretch of the imagination. They play Leeds Rhinos tomorrow, and unbelievable for Mozza and Ali Lautiti to go back and play for Leeds in as their last game, rugby league game. So, you know, well done to Leeds for that. I think it's a great initiative, and you know, I've had some text messages off Mozza, and I know he's really looking forward to it. So you know, good luck to those 2 boys. Good lads, and what a way to finish their careers, going back to the Rhinos. So just things like that, you know, these are the things only rugby league can do. All the clubs work together, and they allow these players to do this, and it's fantastic. So I'm really looking forward to the 3 series, and we'll hopefully build us some momentum for our players when they come back to training, want to get into training and get to become Super League players, you know. So everything's gearing up to be good. And with regards to the dugout, yes, I've spoke to Liam about looking at doing something in the dugout. I think he's mentioned it a few times, so he might take over being the player cam or something like that, and start interviewing the players and all that training, which I'm pretty sure the fans will love. So look out for that one.
Just finally, this week it's been announced the Sean Leaf celebration game down at Doncaster Toll Bar on the 7th of November. You know, it's going to be a great day for him.
Oh, and I just hope we have a good turnout for him. It's nothing short than that Sean deserves. You know, everyone knows he put his body on the line for this club numerous times, and you know, he's been a great servant of the club. So I've got my fingers crossed that we have a real good turnout. I know there's going to be a heap of old players there, ex-players, coming down. Listen, bring your boots. Anyone can have a game and run around a game of touch, and bring the kids, bring everyone. Let's show how much we appreciate Sean, and how much we thank him for everything he's done for the club, and get down to Toll Bar on the 7th of November.